Hello guys, so in this video we're going to learn about how you can build your first robot. Okay, so now that you've gotten all the knowledge to build your robot, like the theories of design and build and then product development, now let's build our first robot. So to build your first robot you would need a little bit of programming and electronics experience, okay, so which you've already gotten from the previous lectures and understandings. Okay, so now that you've gotten all these skill sets, now let's understand the theory behind our first robot. Since we're going to make an obstacle avoidance robot, okay, so it's going to have some sensors, right? So the sensor here we've used is IR sensors, okay, so the infrared. So what happens is one is a transmitter, the other one is a receiver, okay, so one sends the signal, the other one receives it, and depending on how far the object is, like how far the object is detected, what happens is we put a conditional statement in our program saying if the object is this much near, then go backwards to control the motor, or go leftwards or rightwards, whatever you want. Okay, so that's the principle of our like robot. Okay, so it's kind of very simple. It doesn't have much functionality, so just to understand how you could get used to it, so we're building this one. Okay, the components you would require chassis, motors, breadboard, battery, Arduino, microcontroller unit, then jump power wires, then you've got a laptop or a computer to upload the program. Okay, now here are some of the visual representation of these components, as you can see here. So you can get these kits on Amazon, or if you have any convenient places nearby, the electronic stores. Okay, now here's a picture of the schematics. Okay, schematics is basically a representation of the electronics, okay, the connections, so how you could connect all of these things. So here you can see the sensor, then we got the Arduino microcontroller, we got the motors, we got the power supply, we've connected these. So if you connect your robot according to the connections that we have provided here, it's going to be easier for you. Okay, then once you're done with the connecting, what you would have to do is you have to connect it with your laptop so that you can upload some program, okay, so that you can upload some instructions to your microcontroller, which is the brain of the robot for now, okay, because it's got a little bit of memory. Now when you want to upload the program, you'll have to download the Arduino IDE. Okay, so IDE is basically the environment where you could edit your code, write your code. Okay, it's a program to upload. Okay, it's already configured with your devices. Okay, so it's better you could download it from their website. And now once you've downloaded all of these things, what you have to do is you have to upload the code. So I'm going to give you the codes, or you could just go to our website adamarobotics.com/skippy-code. If you go to that website, you could see the code and you could just copy and paste it, or you could look it up here. Here is code given. The codes, the raw codes, you could write it down by yourself, or I will add a like version of the file with this video. Okay, and once you finish done with it, okay, let me explain the code a little bit. Okay, so in the beginning what happens is Arduino, you have to define the motor pins. Okay, so we have defined these pins with our codes, okay, with these pins with this name, okay, echo pin with 9, trick pin with 8, and all these things. Then you have to define some variables, which we're going to learn in another video. And then you have Arduino's like two programming methods. Okay, one is called setup, the other one is called loop. So in the setup method, what you do is you define something as input, something as output. Okay, just think about it. If you don't define it, how would you control it, right? So if something is input, that means you're putting something in there, and if something is output, that means it's giving something out, right? So it's simple. So here we're making our motors as outputs because we want to control it, right? And input would be the other variables that we got, right? So that's the thing. Now once we define it, we have to set up the loop method, where you have the functionalities. You say that this is what you need to do, this is for how long you're going to transmit electric pulse for these components. Okay, and it's basically controlling the electricity. That is it. Okay, nothing else. So once you put in like this, what happens is you're controlling those electric components with your programs, okay, which is amazing, by the way, now that you know how to control your robot and you have created your first robot. Okay, so here is a visual representation of the Skippy, how it will look. Okay, thank you for watching, guys. Thank you.